set on an Aghanim Scepter, and I don't blame him, Cinder. And you got the Philosopher's Stone. We talked about this build, force Def into Ags. Pretty common if you can get away with it.
That's good.
Hilarious that, I mean, it's still something I'm not used to. Position 5s thinking that they can get farm, and they do. They actually do.
Yep.
Very cool.
All right.
Well, SG into
Bold
the pit.
play. They see Hero's bot.
Yeah, I mean, they have the minus armor, so...
LGD can't possibly be expecting this right now. It's just taking a while. High risk, high reward. I love to see it from SG here. This is a very untelegraphed play. Well, Zinq is going to go hunting here. He will get KJ's courier. Wasn't hitting hard enough to get the other one, though. This is
all right, they know. But they're
here.
still not in the vicinity here, Cinderman.
They're just going to give it up. Yeah. They're not ready. Okay.
So Aegis for Coast. Oh, he actually pops the ult just in case. Can't blame him. And honestly, the fact that PSG.LGD does not know that Stone Gaze was used means they have to still respect it. So
yeah,
I like that usage, actually. So into the base defense we go. But as the Aegis, will likely just wait for that ult to come back. Jin-Q getting some vision here in the meantime.
Theolacor could die very quickly if he's not careful in this mid lane. This is dangerous territory. He will back off.
Yep, does get the level 2 time lapse now.
Wise positioning is also dangerous. Track.
Chronosphere. Oh boy. Earth Splitter again. Boom! Down goes 40R. And that's going to put 40 seconds off of the Aegis, essentially. That's what that does. They definitely do not want to fight right now.
It's a lot of gold. These track kills.
Yep, 5K net worthly for PSG.LGD. I mean, without track, it would be complete guess. Maybe 2K net worthly?
Yeah, something like that. They've got quite a lot of gold from track from these kills. Maybe 3K without it. So
yeah,
definitely matters quite a lot. Like this from KJ. He picked up a gem. They know how important it is to clean out this mess. Like, they're getting cornered because Bounty Hunter has too much freedom to move, and he's finding these tracks that set up the chrono.
Yeah.
This time around, it's not going to be so lucky. He is
they're actually going to commit hook shot, but not too long of a cooldown these days.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ame's going to get scouted out here. Of course, he knows that Theolacor is in the vicinity as well. And, I mean, the later this game goes, the closer Theolacor gets to his Aghanim Scepter, which has huge implications on the game as well, if used correctly. Just 1,200 away from finishing that bad boy.
Oh, you can't kill this Greater Treants. It takes forever.
I mean, if you get to that point of the game where the Ags is online for Weaver, Ame has to chrono Weaver, right?
Not necessarily. It's about finding the backline with either Nothing to Say or Faith Beyond, right? You have two silences. Void Spirit has the Pulse, Resonant Pulse with Ags, and Furion sitting on the Orchid Malevolence. So they do have ways, but if Weaver gets a silence counter, then it's a different story.
Hook shot.
He's in trouble.
Yep, Y looks to be possibly, that gets the Force Staff off, but there's enough heroes. Ame's like, I just got to get my farm. Sorry, bro. Can't assist you here. And the Gush finishes him off. That's a position 1 at heart, Cinder and Ame.
Yeah.
That is a min-maxer. I was going to say to the max, but yeah. That would be a double negative. So he's a min-maxer.
Min-max to the max. I like the sound of that.
Ooh, double damage. Ooh, denied by Nothing to Say's illusion. That is quite annoying for Costa Bile. I mean, with that, they almost certainly would have positioned themselves to get some more buildings, but they'll probably do that anyway.
They have hookshot ready. Ame could be in trouble here. The one way he can get out is BKB TP, but that's not available against the clock.
Swarm. Oh, Chronosphere. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Destroys Weaver. That is the attack speed talent, by the way. Holy jeez. Costa Bile has to pop his ult, but time dilation comes through. Ame does get the BKB off. Time walks into the trees. And hookshot is available, so Ame, as long as they have vision... Oh, the hookshot misses, but the BKB is down, and Ame will drop like a rock.
They lost 2/3 of their bottom tier 3 tower in the meantime, though. Yeah, I was debating there. So KJ had a choice to make. Am I selling my Weaver for the chance at killing the Void, or am I hookshotting to guarantee that Weaver survives, but then let him BKB jump away and TP out? I actually like that he let Weaver die, because the payoff there is big, but... It might look like kind of griefy that he just lets the Void kill him, but he knows that the only way they find that kill on Ame is by saving hookshot.
Yep. Definitely an amazing trade. I mean, not only Ame dead, but Chrono down as well.
Yep. it does give SG some room to move here, and Costa Bile already pushing out bottom with the Medusa Manta, so they get to move down the lanes. The unfortunate situation, though, for SG is the Aegis expires in 45. LGD have effectively delayed. All right, they're going to lose their ET as well.
With the Gush, Y looks to... He gets the Echo Stomp off, but only on one top. Oh, nice Force Staff to the other side.
He's fine? Nah. Oh,
the sidestep of the Gush into the TP. Y is out. Wow, that was nice.
What a god. Beautiful escape.
There's the... Look at that cheer. Wait, that was the SG cheer. That doesn't make sense. Interesting choice. The Grief cheer, perhaps? Is that the new meta? I mean, it's Dota. Of course it's the meta.
Yeah. It's like offensive tipping for chat.
Yes.
Great idea, Valve.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I like it too.
Supposed to be, like you said, the Aegis. They didn't really get great usage out of this. But, I mean, is there a but? Now that I think about it. At least PSG.LGD didn't get it.
That's true. That is true. What does Gaben like about this game? 55% chance does he give LGD with a 5k lead right now. So very close still in the... Wait, what do you call that with a... In the forecast for the end of the game.
No.
That is not the word.
No, forecast is more weather.
I know, that's what I was... What's it called? Why can't I find the word for this? Prognosis?
That's when you're deathly ill. Good attempt, though. Good effort.
Top
Your prognosis is 56% chance of winning. Like, just saying your prognosis has... It just sounds bad.
I'll find the word sometime.
All right. Yeah, just keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
As LGD is currently with a 5k net worth lead. And they have partially smoked, but mostly just to get up a ward here on the cliff. And, I mean, at what point can you fight without Chrono? Like, right now, it feels like every kill that they're getting is Chrono, Earth Splitter, and then everything else is like a, you know, just a quick pick-off. It's not like big team fights, right?
Yeah.
But if Chrono's down, like, is it just about itemization for Ame? Or somebody else, perhaps? I mean, you have the split-pushing capability of Faith Beyond already with the Shard.
Yeah.
Satanic! Oh my god, he's so farmed!
Yeah, the Nation's Prophet is top net worth, by the way, in his team.
My god.
Yeah. I think maybe Faith Beyond at some point will grab a Hex. He's currently going Silver Edge, though, so just, again, hardcore damage is the name of the game. Okay, there's Rocket. Slight chance!
Oh! Good effort.
It's good that we found our threshold for when we thought it was too much. Mine was about 5 seconds before yours.
Yeah, I always overdo it.
Yep.
KJ, about 1,300 away, finishing his Ags. But as you can see, Theolacor has his in turn. So this is a 20-second cooldown now and can be cast on allies, which if he's outside of Chrono means basically nobody can be killed.
Yeah.
If he's not silenced, obviously.
Yeah, I think the primary person that needs to take care of this is probably currently Nothing to Say. He has insane reach with 2 Astral Steps into the into the Resonant Pulse.
Okay.
Going full burst. Maybe his goal is just to kill Weaver on his own.
Could be.
Nature's Prophet, obviously, with Silver Edge, can also try to find the back line there. Get in on the Weaver that way. But fact of the matter is, no matter what's going on right now, LGD are gaining. They are getting more gold out of the map. They're mining better. Push all the lanes with Nature's Prophet. They farm jungle.
This is cool. So he goes Ags on Costa Bile, obviously. So Mystic Snake will be able to petrify people, as we talked about last game. He's going Shard. So every time a track is placed on him, well, 12-second cooldown, he'll send a snake out. That's kind of cool.
Is that worth it? Like, how good is
1,400. That has to be worth it.
I mean, the Ags as well. I don't know if he should have.
Well?
I'm not sure if he should have gone this build or just gone straight for like a Butterfly or a Rapier and then get Roche and try to win.
That's fair.
I'm not sold here that Ags is what was necessary. They will have a lot of stuns though, so I mean they have a hookshot upgrade coming up pretty soon with Ags. Only 1k to go for KJ. So that would help a little bit.
Yeah, but as this game goes on, PSG.LGD still continues to grow their lead ever so slightly. 9k right now.
SG's team fight is insane late game though. You got to keep that in mind. Double Ravage will be a potential play. Ember with refresher, ultimately. Tons of magic damage during that stun. Double hook shot. The Weaver save.
Oh, Jin Q actually has his shard as well. This is one of the cooler ones in the game. So as long as you're using Shadow Walk, you take less damage. Costa Bile gets tracked. All right. Here at BKB, was that up top?
Tavo
is actually going to be used. Faith Beyond. Hook shot on top of him. He's not getting out of this
Satanic.
one. Okay, he is getting out of this one with the BKB and the Satanic. Force Step is not going to save KJ this time. In the meantime, though, Costa Bile getting surrounded. He's going to try to right-click down Faith Beyond to finally get it.
Oh,
Chronosphere on nothing. Well, that's not technically true. 2 heroes run into it. Good job, Ame.
Yeah, he also caught Jin Q with it, so...
3 heroes then. His teammate included.
Great 3-hero chrono there.
That's for the Chronosphere stats later on. When he's old and decrepit like we talked about, he'll look back on this one very fondly.
And just like we talked about before, it won't matter. Hopefully for him, I still win the game, or then it would be a different story, but...
True.
Yep. All right, bit of a slip up there, and the big thing here for SG, Roche is up, and maybe they can make it there on time, but no, nothing to say.
Focusing on the Weaver, bursts him down super fast.
Goodness.
That is a Dagon 2. I'm not sure if the rest is coming or if he's pivoting off of it. We'll see in just a moment.
SG have to know this Roche is happening, but they're not ready.
Shard definitely going to Ame. Super high value. In the meantime, Costa Bile looks like they'll get the pick up onto Jin Q. But giving up the Aegis and Shard is a pretty big deal. And yeah, Ame eats that Shard, taking out KJ. Costa Bile not able to save him.
Nothing to say, so strong.
So, why stop at Dagon 2? I'm just curious. Like, I know that Dagon, like, it's the most expensive item in the game, right? Once you upgrade it.
Yeah.
And upgrading it is not efficient. But then he upgraded to 2, so he just changed his mind then.
Yeah, I guess they... Maybe it's because they got Roche. Now they're changing the game plan. So it's like, we have Aegis, we're going to go high ground. If we have a BKB on Void Spirit, he can consistently, without fear, go in and look for that Weaver when we're going high ground, which is a way more compromised position. In addition to that, he's getting level 25, so...
Yep.
Now he has that Dissimulate stun. I'm still blown away by the fact that he's 25 right now. I actually was really not expecting that to be the case.
37 minutes in.
He's 3-0-5. He hasn't even found that many kills. He's just been super efficient on finding experience on the map.
What do we have here? So, he's the only one even remotely close. Medusa 23. Speaking of Medusa, what's next on the list for her? Has the data list now, so...
Yep.
Do you finish Hurricane? I mean, Boots is not a thing on Medusa anyway, so that's a free slot essentially, especially considering you have Spider. I mean, Spider legs are not nearly as good as they used to be, but...
Still good enough.
Yeah. Even without it. And you can obviously consume your Ags at some point, so still a lot of room to grow. Butterfly does seem...
It seems good,
like
yeah.
a good choice.
I would like Rapier, personally. He's going to go Pike. It's okay. It's easy for us to say with the info we have, but I think SG are going to need a Rapier to win this game.
Yep. I mean, the lead just keeps growing. Jin Q, oh my. Do they have vision? Do they have a gem?
They
Doesn't
don't.
look like it.
Oh my god, he's just walking freely around, scouting everyone.
Yeah. Oh boy. Ame jumps in and jumps back out. Reverse time walk. And that is one of those where, I mean, reverse time walk is kind of cool in terms of the concept, but if you can waste a spell from SG just by like baiting it out.
Is there any more JK lol play in Dota than time walking in, hitting once, and time walking out? I don't think so.
That's probably accurate. Might be focusing on this tier 2 tower, but the smoke from SG, but you see the gush
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
from the high ground, so they have an idea of where they are.
Okay.
Aegis for still another 2 minutes. He has the Witchbane applied, or the neutral item, I should say, so can purge.
Awesome item against Medusa as well.
Yeah, you can purge off the stone. Oh, all right.
It's not just that. He does 4% of Medusa's max mana as bonus damage, right?
For the passive part.
Medusa's max mana is super high. 4% of this is 108.
Do the math. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty nice to have. He jumps in. Oh, he does not reverse time walk this time. There's the chrono. Time lapse is available though. Oh, he runs into the chronosphere. Oh no, Theolacor has to use time lapse on himself. That is unfortunate. Did not have the range. Doesn't have Aether Lens yet. That is a huge yikes. Ame, in the meantime, is going to get ravaged. Still has the Aegis in his inventory. And now they're just going to jump Tavo. This is falling apart for SG very quickly. And this might be the beginning of the end, potentially. They still have to get this tier 2 mid, so maybe I'm speaking ahead of myself, Synderen. Still have Aegis for another minute, though.
You're right, though. That is huge. And it really was down to... I understand why Theolicor ran into that chrono. He is so close to having range there. We're talking like less than 50 range off.
Yeah.
So just perfectly
Faith
placed
took
chrono.
an entire set of racks. I'm sure I noticed that one. Nothing to say jumps in, bursts another hero down, and this is not looking good for SG.
It's just over. Actually, game over.
Indeed.
Game over, man.
Tidehunter does not have a Ravage to work with. And it's up to 4 DR for the most part. Nothing to say. Did he try to... Yeah, he actually upgraded his Dagon and the enemy fountain. Has the Shard, has the Ultra Mobility. Meanwhile, Ame and Faith Beyond focusing on the objective. Still 30 seconds on the Aegis, so no reason to back up now. Although Medusa is coming back in 15 seconds. Kiting Tavo a bit. Tier 3 tower looks to be next on the list for LGD, who might play this a little bit safe here. And yeah, looks like that's exactly what's happening. Don't want to take any chances. I mean, we saw what happened last series with Thunder Predator and the Aegis, with EG jumping him right at the right time. So playing it very disciplined here for LGD. Man, I didn't realize the range was not that great. Is that's something that was nerfed then? In
it
the
used to be
last,
1K, now it's
right?
600.
Yeah. Okay.
It was the biggest nerf support Weaver ever got, probably. That Ags is insane, but yeah. Without the lens, sometimes... You got to give credit to Ame as well. That chrono needs to be placed like that.
Yes.
If he has Medusa any other spot in that chrono, it's easy for Weaver to come in and lap, so he was very much playing around it.
Jin Q. Another track onto Costa Bile. Gets off the stun thanks to that Shard. Getting focused completely. Theolicor gets off the time lapse this time. So back to full HP, full mana. Pops his ult in turn, but the right clicks from Faith Beyond are absolutely ridiculous. You can see the Earth going on, but not that much damage to work with. Yeah, Ame is dead. And now they're going to focus onto Costa Bile. Look at the damage. Nothing to say with the sun. From the Dissimilate, they're all grouped up. Astral Step to follow. Dropping like flies. And this looks like it is likely the end of game number 1. Tavo.
Yep.
Does blink out to the trees, but gets off the Ravage. Okay, finds a kill. Very cheeky play from Tavo. Still taunting to his heart's content. There's the Astral. All right, he's just done.
Let's not forget, even if you do survive that and kill the Void, there is still Astral, or a Natural Order. Elder Titan walks next to Medusa. That's minus 33 armor.
Yeah, true.
And then Faith Beyond also deals damage, and so does Nothing to Say. So even without the Void, they do kill off Costa Bile there, and this will be the end of the game. A good game. I think this was, for a good portion of it, felt like SG had a good shot. I think a problem here, they don't end up using their Aegis that they got. I think Medusa maybe needs to itemize a bit more offensively to play for the win. But at the end of the day, it is PSG.LGD coming out on top, and they are looking really dangerous in this tournament still. Just not skipping a beat. 40,000 gold lead.
Divine Rapier, by the way. Faith Beyond did so much damage. He's out carrying Ame for sure. I mean, the chronos were pretty huge, obviously, but pretty standout performance on the Nature's Prophet this time. Focusing on the racks, we're going to have a last stand here from SG. 4DR gets taunted outside of the... Oh my god, the Dagon. So much burst from Nothing to Say, and the Ancient will fall. So game 1 goes to LGD. I think you're right, though. SG, like we've cast a lot of Thunder Predator, you can just see the difference. SG just... They look solid, just not able to close it out here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's against a Bounty Hunter, so if you play a little bit slow, you get a couple pickoffs here and there. Can start to snowball in the Bounty Hunter's favor, and that's what we saw this game.
Yeah, I think aside from the last game Thunder Predator played against EG, this performance from SG is probably better than any Thunder Predator game this tournament.
What?
With that
Stop talking about Thunder Predator.
You just mentioned it.
Stop
mentioning
them, Synderen.
However, should mention for SA, if you are an SA Dota fan, Beast Coast are looking great.
Yeah.
They're doing very well. Currently have a good shot of making it to the upper bracket, which would be a great start for them. SG going into the next game, still hoping to get a win here. It's not necessary for them to win the next game, but it would give them a lot more buffer room for their upcoming series to avoid that bottom spot in their group. So a lot to play for. LGD with another win. They're now 10-1, looking absolutely dominant.
Yeah, they're looking pretty beastly. So.
They lost one game so far to Team Secret.
Yeah.
That's the only team to take a game off them in the group.
Yep. So that's the end of game 1. We'll be back in a few minutes with game number 2. Looking forward to seeing if SG can take a game off of the mighty LGD. Welcome back, everybody. Sunsfan here with the one and only Cinder Man.
Hello.
Known for his cinder. We
It's a
have
sound of fire.
LGD, the top team in the world by many estimations, versus SG. It was actually a really good game, number 1, and we're in the draft of number 2. But LGD did take out SG, and we're seeing a totally different draft. Obviously, we have some bans that were in the game, so Tidehunter and Elder Titan are no longer available, Cinderin. And AA, obviously the counter to IO in some respects because of the anti-healing aspect. And Sand King, which is a good lane if they want to do that. And then SG quickly picks up Bat Rider.
That is a very early bat. Interesting from SG to pick that early. Not exactly particularly great against Sand King AA. It's a hero combination that can stun and burst you if you're trying to Firefly in the fight, but once you get BKB, you're very good against both heroes. LGD willingly giving away IO for the trade-off of getting AA +1. They banned Monkey Tiny, which are 2 of the top picks of the tournament. And with ET and Tide out for SG. Some of LGD's stronger teamfight heroes that they've played are gone, but they found another one already in that Sand King for more than likely Faith Beyond.
What do you think's more likely? You know what? Let's not sidetrack, Cinderin. I stopped myself this time.
Good.
Okay? I'm
Good
learning.
job.
This is TI-10, by the way. Very professional in every respectful manner. Whatever the hell that means.
Respectful manner.
Yeah, very respectful manners from me. Storm
good.
Spirit, Quap are out. Sven as well.
Radiant team.
What do you like to couple? Like, if you're going to take a Bat Rider this early, what kind of cores do you like to... I mean, it has to align with a core that also works with IO, right?
Yeah.
But, like, if you're... Like, forget about IO for a moment. If you're a Bat Rider, what do you want from your cores?
I think ideally you want carries that want to fight
10
around your
seconds
BKB.
remaining.
It's the strongest timing. I think the best Bat Rider build in most cases is
5
Travel's
seconds
BKB.
remaining.
So carries that are very good at fighting at that time in the game would be something like Gyro when you have Wisp. That's an obvious choice. I think Slark could potentially work, but I don't know if you want to pick that into a Sand King. That feels pretty weak. Luna could be nice. Yeah, those are probably my 2 favorite, Luna and Gyro with IO. Together with Bat. It just lines up nicely. Like, Bat Rider gets BKB, travels anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes in a decent or a very good game. And at those points, Gyro or Luna can have 1 item plus
Dire team ban.
maybe 1.5 item that are of the bigger ones, like let's say a Manta on Luna, or Gyro could have Axe and the makings of a BKB. Axe full BKB in a very good game. And at that point, you would be super strong. Or Maelstrom Axe. Medusa ban from LGD. They respect banning that from the last game. Don't want to give it away together with IO. I suppose it's one core that they will
5
struggle to
seconds
burst
remaining.
with their anti-healing here. They will also get rid of the Gyro, so it leaves Luna in. Maybe they're going to pick it themselves. They will not. They will get Ember. Definitely we could see Costabile play the Luna, and then the secondary pick could be a counter to Ember. You could also just put Bat mid against Ember. It's a very good lane for Bat Rider.
Bat's pretty flexible.
10 seconds remaining.
When is the last time... I know this is
5
not going to
seconds
happen, okay?
remaining.
I'm not saying it will. Since the Ags nerf on... Or was it the Talon? I can't remember. But IO as core. Since that nerf, has there been any core IOs?
I think Seb played at this tournament.
Really?
Offlane. Yeah. I think
Offlane.
OG played a core IO game. I believe they lost. They might have picked it more than once for Seb.
So
I'm not sure.
They can't do it without Anna, right?
That's the conclusion. You lost one game. You can't do it, man. Yes.
Large sample size there, let me tell you.
No.
All right, what IO partners are left in the pool? Obviously, Gyrogon, Sven, Medusa. We've been seeing a lot of Weaver, actually, as a couple for IO.
Yeah.
Pick.
Hasn't looked that great, as we're going to see Shadow Demon. So they're going to have a save.
Are they just going to grab Luna now then? I don't know if you want Weaver against Sand King AA. I feel like that's very dangerous. They have so much burst. The instant stun of Sand King is great against these mobility-based carries. Slight Chains is also
10
annoying
seconds
for
remaining.
Weaver. You're going to have to either time-lapse or take a serious beating.
5 seconds remaining.
With this double
Dire
save...
team pick.
Okay, they're just...
My boy!
They're buying time. They're not picking the carry yet.
All right, the classic, hey, you lasso him, I'll stampede, and then we'll just bring him to our base.
Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy.
It's a strong lane, Shadow Demon Centaur.
This means it's a mid Bat Rider, right?
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
I think you can commit the Bat Rider to mid. What PSG.LGD can do is put the
seconds
carry or
remaining.
put the Ember safe lane for Ame and then pick another hero mid for NTS so that they get a better Bat Rider matchup. But I think more than likely he's just going to truck it out, probably lose the lane slightly as Ember versus Bat, and then they will stick to their guns. Obviously, a pretty clear pick here for PSG.LGD would be Faceless Void. You've got AA Sand King to couple with the Chrono. You're playing against Shadow Demon, which is a little bit intimidating for the Chrono, but I still think you can pull it off.
Time dilation's really
Dilation
good, too.
owns against Bat. It's also very good against Shadow Demon in lane. So, yeah, I definitely think
But does Ame want to play the same hero twice, Cinderella?
that is a good question.
Position ones are very picky. Some like to spam the same hero and refuse to play anything else. Others, not so much. Mirana!
Jinkyu.
Wow. Love to see it.
Jinkyu Mirana. That is another hero you would maybe consider not the best against Shadow Demon. You can just save against the arrow, but you can only save against so much, right?
Right.
Slide Chains, Sanking Stun, Arrow, Ice Blast. Which one are you
10
going to try
seconds
to block
remaining.
with Disruption? We're going to have to
5
wait and
seconds
see what
remaining.
they end with here for LGD. Again, it's another hero that I think pairs well with Void, so I could see it. If they really think Disruption is that big of a problem, or they just want to play a different hero, that's fine, but I still stand by Void being great. It's also a good hero against Centaur just because it makes Stampede so weak. You can't get away if you're in that Chronosphere. But there's also Relocate, so perhaps they think the counters mount too much. I
Instant
don't
ban from LGD.
I don't know why we didn't talk about the iOS part of that Chrono. It's actually a really big deal. Now I like it way less than I did before. Yeah, he's not going to go Void because of IO. If it was only SD, I think he would.
Okay.
But Relocate is a
10
pretty big
seconds remaining.
added issue. What carry fares
5
well
seconds
against all
remaining.
of this apart from Slark? So Slark is an excellent ban for
Dire
SG.
team ban.
I
Radiant's
actually,
team
they
pick.
are still going to respect it.
LGD are just insta. They have so much reserve time. Look at they haven't used anything.
They actually respect Bent the Void regardless. So they still thought that it could be worth it
Right.
for
I mean,
LGD.
what carries are even left? Like, everything feels banned right now.
Terrorblade.
You got terrible ones like Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Great
10
hero.
seconds remaining.
Again, we'll not see a
5
Spectre,
seconds
sadly.
remaining.
Ursa's in. He's very bad this game.
They're just gonna pick it. That's the caster's curse.
That would be
right
funny. I would not.
there. I mean, LGD with the timer, they've actually forced this like kind of quick decision theoretically, and they have so much time for themselves now.
Dire team pick.
Bristleback into an AA. Very interesting.
I actually like this pick a lot because I think what SG's lineup can do now is they can play hyper aggressive, and Bristleback against AA is annoying because you can't regen, but that was going to be the case for any hero with IO, right? What Bristleback has is he gets innately
10 seconds
extremely tanky
remaining.
very fast when played as a position 1, so you can go Hood plus 1 item,
5
and then a lot of this
seconds
damage that LGD output is just going to get blocked, and you still have the Disruption to buy time, you still have Stampede. I really like this. I don't know if it's going to cut it, but with the hero pool that was left, I think this was one of the best ideas that remained.
Sinner, what are your thoughts on this? I don't think they've done this at this tournament. What about, I don't know how bad this is either, but Mirana pivoting to position 1 and then Viper as a potential offlane so you have the break against Bristle. Or you could just pick PA and get Shard.
PA with Shard.
I don't like PA, but more the idea of Mirana position 1, Viper offlane.
Don't like it that much.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's creative, but I don't think
Too creative, some would say.
it's also just Jinkyu Mirana. You want to play that on that
Yeah,
guy.
that's
So,
true.
and I don't know if Ame plays a good Mirana at all. Like maybe he does. If he does, then it is a possibility. I think if you want to get a little bit of an off-brand core here, something like
Like Wraith King.
No, I was thinking if they wanted to get a little creative, they could play a DP because of the 2 tanky cores and Centaur and Bristle. Like maybe that could have been a thing, but
Right, okay.
still another hero that doesn't fare too well against Bat Rider, I suppose.
Like
But
Wraith King, I mean, very safe
Okay.
pick, right?
yeah, it's
Feels
safe.
like it's rarely a bad Wraith King game. It's just like, all right, that's what's left. Let's try it out. Pretty solid. And yeah, the Bristleback is a big question mark for me. It is going to be entertaining regardless. That's the cool thing about Bristle.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun to watch. Obviously, with IO, extremely strong, but then you have AA. So Y's ults are going to be pretty crucial. And he has a ton, like you talked about, a ton of setup. You have so many stuns on this lineup. You have Searing Chains into Arrow, Burrow Strike, single target stun from Wraith King,
Remaining.
Cold Feet, which will proc because you have a million stuns that I just mentioned.
Remaining.
So,
And I think what's worth noting about Bristleback and why the hero isn't that popular right now is that Silver Edge has become super meta. And LGD makes sure to last pick a carry that buys Silver Edge as part of the build. I will say, despite Bristle having that issue, I still like it as a potential pick in the patch just because in the right game, when it gets picked late, Silver Edge takes some time to get. Like, that's a minute 20, 25 item, depending on which hero you are. Bristleback can be online minute 10 with Hood +1 item. And when I say +1 item, I don't mean like Ags. You're not going to get Hood Ags minute 10, but you might have like Hood, upgraded boots, and the makings of your next, like, whatever. And if you at that point are so strong that the enemy can't really kill you, you can start invading, taking over areas, controlling the map, and effectively delaying their item timings. And then maybe when that Silver Edge does come out, you're still just overpowering every item that they have. In this game, I'm looking at Costa B-Lane, I'm looking at Adriano. They need to carry the game. I think Batrider has a lot of potential in a strategy like this with the matchups. So, again, similar to Game 1, I don't think SG's draft is inferior. I think it really depends on who executes better at the right times of the game. Batrider BKB is timing number 1 for me. Or, well, the first one is Bristle getting Hood, probably.
what was that?
And
All
then
right, we need,
Batrider.
while we have some time, we need to look at some of these cosmetics. Like,
However, it's fair to say if this game goes late, LGD's got it in the bag. Like, they're not losing this game late game with this lineup.
Yep.
Look at what the heroes they have. It is insane late game.
yeah, let's take a look at the heroes that are in the game. First of all, this is great.
Prepare for battle.
Yep.
The Owl, terrific. This, I never really looked up close, but what the hell is this? This face is just, nothing is right about it.
Wait, does he have a face on every
Yes.
side?
Yes.
Huh.
Like, well, not on this side apparently. I don't know what that one is. That's just nightmare fuel for sure. But we have a smoke from PSG.LGD as they have been doing pretty much every game that we've seen. I mean, this is something that gets scouted out though, right? Like, people watch the replays of LGD and they see how often they smoke. Like, what do you do against it? Like, is there a way to take advantage of stuff like this, typically?
So you're saying LGD smoke the same way every game?
Yeah. Well, they're not going the same
30
places, I guess, but they
seconds
just,
to battle.
Yeah, they're just
to my
smoke.
memory, they're smoking every game.
Yeah, they're smoking out and placing wards. It's hard to take advantage of if there's no like clear pattern. If you want to fight them and face them, you have to smoke yourself. And the problem is, if LGD aren't playing invasively, but they're just placing wards largely on their own half, you're not going to catch them in time.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to exploit it unless you choose the right path, but that will always feel like a gamble if they're unpredictable in their own movements. So.
All right, let's see if we have a first blood opportunity here. All right, Shadow Demon gets the disruption. Tavo, Hoof Stomp is there. And into the Ice Path. My goodness, Tavo's taking a lot of damage. Ame's really committing for this. Might have to pop that Fairy Fire. Indeed, he does. First blood goes away with Jin Q. And into the Roche Pit we go, but Roche will not wake up until now. And that's a double kill for Jin Q of all people, so good start for Mirana.
I think Ame didn't want to die to Roche for the shorter respawn timer. So he
yeah,
was
that's
debating
true.
if he
Okay.
wanted to die, and then he decided, I will die to an enemy hero instead of Roshan. It's probably better. So he comes back up to
Fair
top
enough.
lane in time. And it is better. It is better for sure. But yeah, great start for LGD. They get the double kill on Mirana, one of them being First Blood. So Jin Q is going to show up at bottom lane with basically an urn minute 1. Very scary if he starts finding some kills in this lane. It can get snowbally by nature. Of course, and this is one of the absolute key lanes for SG. Like I said, the heroes to look out for in this game are Bristleback as well as that Batrider. So really, for their sake, not a good start that Mirana has double kill.
Costa Bile and KJ are playing very aggressive in that bot lane, but ends up pushing the lane. So perhaps PSG will be, or LGD will be very happy with that in the end. Faith Beyond is going to be the offlaner this game as always, but this time on Sand King. Yeah, we'll see how much impact Jin Q has with that start, like you said. I think Ern is actually basically on the way right now.
Radiant's courier has been
Oh,
slain.
GQ or Faith Beyond got so many last hits there. Arrow. They're not going to kill, but big harassment coming out onto Costa Bile there. They keep in mind there's no salve
Dyer's courier
in the bottom lane for SG, so will take quite a bit of time to get Costa Bile back up to health. And now he... All right, they are chilling.
Up top lane, though. Hoof Stomp, double edge. This is the tried and true combo of old, but the the cold feet will proc Tavo. Ooh, gets saved for the time being. Y is going to have to just position himself and...
Oh.
Wait! What?
Oh.
Okay, chilling touch. I was going to say. that
right.
was closer than it needed to be.
A little bit of a double, triple take before he shot there, but...
Actually makes me so sad, by the way,
no.
that Centaur Shadow Demon, it just never looks good anymore. It used to be like the best lane in the game for quite a bit of time.
I mean, if they don't go for the kill before Shadow Demon is level 2, so they have the Soul Catcher, they kill there.
Potentially, yes.
I think so.
Oh, nice
Bottom lane.
double Burrow Strike. Arrow connects, but it's only going to be chip damage at this point. Faith Beyond just getting harassed out of the lane for the time being. 40R. And nothing to say. Searing Chains was not there.
Nothing to say, doing a good job staying even here. This is a Batrider favorite matchup. So Ember breaking even is a good result. I think Batrider overtaking this lane is something that starts about level 4. So probably this is when it gets the hardest for Nothing to say, but look at him just being relentless. He knows that with no Firefly, Batrider obviously can't do anything to him. And I do think 40R should maybe have gone 2-1-1 build in this lane. Because I think if you are looking for that kill and the pressure, Emperor obviously doesn't have a repositioning skill until he is level 6. So Flame Break is really crucial for running him down when he skills Chains, as he has. So I think I would have liked to see that more than the extra point in Firefly. But it does help with farming efficiency, and maybe the call here for him is just, I just want to get rich, you know? Like,
This is going to be a minute delay on the Soul Ring now. That was on the Courier that just got killed for Costa Bile, so that is going to be very annoying for him.
Yep. Bristle is not doing hot without mana.
Yeah.
Not a very good hero without that.
But CS-wise, he's doing just fine, keeping up with the Wraith King for now. 40R in the meantime. 18-3 versus Nothing to Say's 20-3. Pretty much a wash for the most part. And I was expecting, or we're going to see more kills in this top lane, almost certainly, although Tavo is left to his own devices for now. He's going to be met up very shortly by Theolacor. Just pulling the wave. No, all right. Disruption, Hoof Stomp, level 1 double edge, and a couple procs of Shadow Poison, more than enough. The tried and true Synderen Centaur Shadow Demon.
Yep. Let's
Great.
see what Theolacor skills on level 3. If it goes Shadow Poison or a point in Soul Catcher. He's currently holding on to the skill point. I think they have more kill potential up here still. He's going to get Mana Boots here on Theolacor, which is really big. Obviously, he got 2 kills, so this is a big help for Tavo as well. Centaur's mana economy is pretty terrible. If you use a couple of stomps, you're kind of out of it. But with these Mana Boots, he can keep going.
40R.
Theolacor also stacking here for his Bristleback. Very nice.
Yeah, 40R is playing very passively, just at the right time. So great communication from SG. They didn't even have vision in this area, so maybe it was caught with this ward, although I think this was just placed, so.
Yeah, just placed.
Either way, we'll stay alive as a result of that potentially. Gets level 6. So Lasso is going to be available if he chooses to actually skill it. Holding the point for now, but it will be a pretty hard kill and Nothing to Say, all things considered. Tavo gets taken out. All right,
Not
Theolacor.
the kill I was expecting.
Yeah. I guess they knew that Shadow Demon was out of the lane, so they just played ultra aggressive there. Oh god, it's getting out of control, Synderen. 2 deaths.
Come on, JJ.
JJ, what is going on, bro?
I wonder how many people think he is actually observing, and we're just giving him a really bad rap.
Yes, this is the camera you get when a play-by-play is doing it for the first time in years, but I think I've done okay, all things considered.
I think so too. I think you're doing a good job.
Other than those 2, that was terrible.
You're doing a good job. I like you, and
Once
you're a
we're
good
out
friend.
of the 10-minute range, then my stress levels go way down, I have to say. Tavo. Oh, we got the Wraithfire Blast. Why? Doesn't have cold feet. No mana for it here. Theolacor. Yep, Disruption. Going to save some extra damage being applied to Tavo. Chilling Touch. Still a couple stacks of Shadow Poison here, but looks like 40R has come to play. Sticky Napalm has the Lasso. See if he expends it. Indeed, he does. We see TP supports coming, and Theolacor is going to get credit for that one.
It's not exactly a high-value kill. It's another example of a situation here where maybe a point and flame break could have just killed him, right?
Yeah.
But now Lasso is committed, and that means Nothing to Say can play hyper-aggressively. There's almost no threat whatsoever. He's going to run in, and he is going to check out this. This is a fat stack in the club. And he's getting rich here. I don't think they can farm this, though. So Bristle will still probably be fine to go and grab this later.
Yeah. But they can try to contest when they start going for it and perhaps have a fight in that triangle. But we'll see. And Vanguard now on Tavo. What does Mr. Costabile have? So has the Ring of Health. I assume he's going for Vanguard as well, right?
Yeah, or Hood. I think Hood is probably better, honestly.
Okay. Not for jungling, that's for sure.
That's true. He does have IO to help him stay healthy when doing the Ancient stack. The Hood is just insane value against all of the Dire heroes, except Wraith King, in which case Vanguard would be nice against him. But I don't know if you want to buy both. That's the problem. Like, if you go Hood Vanguard, you're maybe delaying your impact a little bit too much. And as we've talked about, this Radiant lineup is on a timer, so you wanna buy the perfect items and really get the job done. There's the Hood. Let's see what he queues up next. It is Treads, which kind of indicates to me that he's going to skip the Vanguard entirely.
Faith Beyond, by the way, out-leveling Costabile right now by a decent margin, so I think LGD is going to be relatively happy with that.
Speaking of fat stacks, Faith Beyond making some here in the jungle. He just killed a hard camp and 2 creep waves with 1 sandstorm. That's a great, quick way to get rich.
In the club.
Nope, not that time.
Okay.
Just in the jungle.
Sorry.
You need to use it right.
Theolocor getting chased by Nothing to Say. This is going to be a pretty easy one with last right click there. Has the Orb of Corrosion, so his Sleight of Fist really do hurt. Going to TP back to base, and it will refill. Come back to this Remnant very shortly. As you can see, this is a juicy stack that Costabile cannot wait to do. Yeah, did go the Hood.
Yeah, I wonder when it's time. Do they want to stack it one more time? All right, Nothing to Say is not even letting them access the area.
Yeah.
He's just playing here.
They can't kill it, though, like you said, so.
Oh.
Burrow
They
Strike
can
from
look
Faith
at
Beyond. Epicenter. Oh, the arrow does connect, but there's the lasso to try to counter it, but the Epicenter did go off. Doesn't matter. Faith Beyond takes a tumble. Stampede is popped in addition. That's for the top lane, looks like Tavo.
Yeah.
Taking some pressure from Nothing to Say, but looks like he'll be...
He'll be fine.
Yeah, Y is in the vicinity, but should be good.
Yeah. No Ice Blast just yet, so... We'll be getting that minute 10. They're probably just giving the tome to Y so he can get Ice Blast, and Mirana is going to find level 6 by pushing a wave or 2 or farming a little bit of jungle. Yeah.
Yeah, when is it time to take this stack? I can't wait for this battle to ensue.
It is really going to be one of the deciding things in the game. What happens there?
Searing Chains, arrow. We talked about nice save from Theolocor. And 4DR is just going to get cold-feeted or cold-footed, depending on your perspective. And Theolocor might be next on the list. Another Searing Chains is there. Nothing to Say. Really cleaning up here. Costabile has finally come to play. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison onto Nothing to Say, but
might just TP
they
out
don't have
here.
much chase here. Well, he's playing on the edge, taking all the spirits to the face. Now he has to be careful. Gets off the Sleight of Fist. Bottle.
Oh,
KJ,
no,
the Searing
KJ.
Chains, pops the Fairy Fire,
KJ,
trying to stay
no.
alive. Sleight of Fist. Nothing to Say is owning right now.
Oh, that was like a trainer. You couldn't look away. You just knew it was coming.
Yep. Well,
You knew he overstayed.
we looked away there. We didn't want to see it.
Well, and 4DR won't get him either. He's just going to Remnant down and run off to the side and find an Arcane Rune. Wonderful.
Wow, 4K net worth lead at 10 minutes.
They are absolutely crushing it. This Ancient stack
Is the way back. Well,
it needs to be
kind of.
taken. It needs to be taken, and they need to really activate Bristleback as soon as possible. Like, they're just getting run over, especially Nothing to Say. It's just crushing them. His farm isn't very good. He has 53 CS minute 11 on Ember, but
Yeah, we got the Burrow Strike. Ice
space.
Blast. Nice save for now. Faith Beyond does get off the Epicenter right next to the Ancient stack. What a battle to ensue here. Faith Beyond, finally the Hoof Stomp comes in. Only level 1 double edge, but 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. You have to think Faith Beyond will likely die in the end. It's Costabile getting kited on the backside here.
oh my goodness, he got half the
Yeah,
stack.
the stack is looking
now-
much more diminished here.
oh,
Nice
no.
Searing Chains, and
Scoring a
PSG.LGD are absolutely crushing SG.
Oof.
And this Ancient stack is now theirs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember that thing you said last game about when you're old and decrepit and you look back on life and you have regrets?
Yes.
Should have probably farmed that stack a while ago.
Yeah.
But, yep, just honestly, top-notch play from LGD. They're making all the right moves. My standout player for this game, nothing to say. His farm isn't that great, but he was laning against Batrider, and he's been zoning them for 5 minutes, effectively, on his own, just making insane amounts of space while even finding kills and preventing the enemy team from accessing that area as they wanted to. 5K lead.
Yeah, that hurt a lot. That hurt to watch, honestly. Oh, they're not even letting them get these these leftovers. Faith Beyond with the Burrow Strike, nothing to say. Has haste. Oh, all right, gets dispelled off thanks to the Demonic Purge. But looks like he's still healthy. Takes a lot of damage to the Shadow Poison, but you can just see the level and farm discrepancy is not remotely close as PSG.LGD can just stand their ground in the enemy triangle. AA ult set up very nicely. Costabile, all he can do is run, but you can't do that when you're double stunned. Triple stun make it. And double kill for Jin Q. Tavo gets off the Stampede and dies shortly after. This is not remotely close, Cinderin.
This is a shellacking.
This is a Gaben level shellacking if I've ever seen one.
It is absolutely a shellacking. Nothing more to say than that. Nothing to say is actually still, like, talk about playing on the edge. He's stealing creeps from Bat before he goes back. Like, just completely. It's just. It's funny to see the last game of SG and how they made it competitive for so long. You go into a reset game and they're just getting absolutely crushed. Like, it's not even remotely close. It's like it's a different team you're playing with and against. But these are the same players.
Supposedly.
Oh,
conspiracy
my
theorists
goodness. Yeah, Ahmed plugged in his mouse for this one.
He was using a ball mouse before, the trackball.
Oh, yeah.
On the laptop. You know, the little one that has you use your thumb for?
Yeah, those are terrible.
Yeah, very good for Dota. And Faith Beyond has his blink as we've seen.
Ice Blast.
Ice Blast. That's
just
going to
killing
clip Costabile, but not too much damage done here.
Yeah, it's going to hold the tower, though. Faith Beyond's up here. It's Sandstorm.
Yeah,
mid-tower falls instantly into the smoke. They want to, again, access that
double
triangle.
Damage is bottled. He has his armlet. Deso's being delivered as we speak. And Maelstrom almost done on nothing to say as well. There's the Burrow, arrow to fall. They just have so many setups for okay. Nice save.
They do get him out.
Indeed. Let's hope they break this tether. Yeah, because we was like, get out of here, please.
All right, what odds do you give KJF living here?
0%.
0%, okay. You were right. Good job.
Thank you. What do I get for that?
Nothing. 0.
That's a terrible bet. Those are terrible odds.
Well, you said 0%.
If I said 1%, what do I get then?
Also nothing.
Okay, thank you.
Because I don't like you and you deserve nothing.
If you ever create a casino, I will not be attending.
That's understandable. I am giving pretty bad odds here. There goes Roche.
Man. All right, Aegis on Ame. He's got many lives to work with and a 9K net worth lead as well for the team.
Tower is getting smacked top as well. Deso as well as Armlet complete on Ame. This is my favorite build on Wraith King, by the way. I love this build. It's such a high impact build at this point in the game. He's probably going to go straight into Silver Edge. Really like to see these items be picked up.
This will be a pretty big kill. Nicely done from SG. That's one way back into this game.
It feels like the first bright spot for them in 10 minutes, though. That's the concern. And it's not going to come for free.
And Starstorm with Stampede. All right. KJ barely lives with that engagement.
All right.
Wild Arrow comes out.
Not bad.
Tava does have Blink Dagger, by the way. See if they can set up some more kills. Obviously, right now, they just can't fight into Ame. That's the issue. And he can, with that Deso, like you said, can just destroy buildings extremely quickly.
Force out the Glyph mid, immediately steals the enemy's Ancients. That's another thing about this build. Like, you actually, for a hero that doesn't have Cleave, you farm really fast with these items. You clear Ancient camps
technically, you do have Cleave.
You mean the skeletons?
No. Level 20 talent.
Yep, you don't have that on level 13 though.
He'll get there soon.
Yep, that is true, but he does not have cleave yet.
Again, not to be technical little boy here, Cinderin, as we have to hold that thought. It's like it's a hidden skill, so it's deep within his soul. So technically, he does have it. He just can't use it yet.
I don't like this conversation anymore.
Thank you. I
actually didn't like
either.
it to begin with.
All right, because you're wrong.
Bats.
Burrow strike, arrow, nice save.
Disrupt.
Ame, that's going to be life number 1. That's with his ult, so Aegis still intact. AA blast coming in, connects onto a couple of heroes. 40R actually lives through this, and PSG.LGD will reset. Still another 3 minutes to go on that Aegis. Wild arrow again from Jin Q. Not able to land though.
Ame gets the reward. The Grove Bow. What a wonderful item for his team. Goes straight to the stash. He's probably going to stay there. Arrow.
Yeah.
All right, Tail Core is gone.
That's 1 save down.
They might honestly just go high ground. They have Aegis as well, and they know that, oh, they're fighting into... No, they're not going high ground. They're still Lasso. They're going high ground.
It's a 50-50. Not great odds for you, apparently.
All right. Here we
Just
go.
like your imaginary casino. Tier 3 tower. Yeah, this is going down super fast. I don't know what you can do if you're SG.
All right, Faith Beyond. That's a little bit deep, but...
Arrow. All right.
Oh.
KJ has to connect to the Centaur, who dies very shortly after. Creating as much space as possible is nothing to say, and that is a dead tier 3. Ame still with the Aegis. Ult will not be back anytime soon, though. So there is...
Arrow again.
Some sliver of hope there, but a nice Burrow Strike comes out. Costabile just getting wrecked. There's the save, though. Disruption. A blast does clip Costabile. All right, back to Fountain, but he's not going to regen, thanks to that Ice Blast. And they're just going to focus on the buildings indeed. Looks like Ame already left. All right, well, I'm not sure if he's just going to heal up a bit and go again, because there's still a minute and a half on this Aegis.
Yeah, I think he wants to. He's just got his Shadow Blade. He might even get a surprise jump with that. They have pre-placed Sentry, though. But if anyone comes outside the base, they are at risk.
Oh, Brigand's Blade. That's a good one.
Great item for Wraith King. The thing about this item on Wraith King is you get that guaranteed crit to start, so heroes already lose a lot of health, and your subsequent attacks then deal extra damage.
Right.
So Brigand's Blade gives you 8 more bonus damage per 10% health enemies missing, so with a Shadow Blade hit maybe taking out half their health, suddenly you get plus 40 damage. No joke. Bye-bye tower.
14K net worth lead for LGD, and I don't think they're going to push anymore.
They will return to the Ancients once again.
So we'll snowball a little bit more as a result, and I would say maybe when Roche is up, they will take that and then probably try to end the game. That'll probably, I would assume, be like an 18K net worth lead at that point, if things continue to go their way. 40R. I mean, from SG's perspective, what's the play exactly?
They need bad beekeeping.
That's not a play. That's a purchase.
You need to use get back Bat's BKB and then make a play.
Okay. So using it is the play.
Yes.
Okay.
Buy item and press button.
Oh, Ame.
And
Oh,
then go,
boy. Oh!
Hey, good news. He didn't get one shot.
True. That is one great silver. That's a brown lining, actually, now that I think about it. Not silver.
It could have been worse. Trying to kill the courier here, Faith Beyond, but it is juking him.
What is that courier? That is... It's like a Naga spawnling or something. 40R is going to find Faith Beyond.
All right.
This will be
good
a nice
kill.
pickup. Yep.
Very nice.
Ends up being a quick one.
Saw him looking for the courier, so they get that punish in. Gives him a little bit more time. That means 40R is going to finish his BKB from this wave.
Oh, we got Moonlight Shadow. They're going to try to backstab here, it looks like, even though it's a 4v5, Cinderman.
Ame is so scary. He's a skeleton. That is scary enough already, but he also hits very, very hard and fast.
Thank you. I didn't realize he was hitting hard, actually. The fact that you brought that up really makes this stream much more educational.
I could have predicted this.
I guess if you were to be killed by a skeleton with an axe, you would rather be killed in few hits than many. So.
Well, that's what the skeletons are for. That's like tiny pokes, right?
That's true. It's like spoon killers. Here comes Silver Edge.
Nice burrow strike, but
Let's
no
see if the
follow-up
Olikor survive here.
All right, how many hits? 1, 2, just like Io.
He did not survive.
All right, nice searing chains from Nothing to Say. And there's the burrow to follow. Io is exploded.
Yes. Important to get the grammar right.
It's going to be a top racks for Ame and company, and this is looking like a 2-0 stomp from PSG.LGD. Game 1, not nearly the same as this one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're getting everything they want.
All right, serious
broken.
time for a second as he will escape, Shannon. It's very obvious he's not going to die here.
Okay.
Is there a more satisfying ability in the game to, not that a spell, but just like something passive there, than Wraith King's Critical Strike? It is
passive.
so satisfying.
Yeah.
Like
Chaos Knight is pretty good.
A while
The
ago, a lot
animation
of
is not as
people
good, but
were
you do get
saying
a lot of HP.
Anti-Mage's Mana Break is a fan favorite as a passive ability because it's just so, the sound of it and the feel.
It's like ASMR almost.
Wraith King's Crit is just, mwah.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right,
the
they're
host
going
stomp
on
is
him.
There. Yeah. Remember, he has 2 lives here, Sinner. He does have Reincarnation.
Great
Burrow
burrow
strike onto
strike.
3. Beautifully done, but the lasso keeps Ame
Oh
in
my
place. But the
God,
breaks
just
and all the HP comes back to Ame finally. Will drop, but that's just the first life. 40R attempting to TP out with the BKB. Will be successful, but the rest of his team is dead.
All right.
And the game has ended. Ultra kill for Nothing to Say. Another Rax on the menu in all likelihood.
Dirty. He like 3-shot the bristle.
The fact that they're owning so hard this early,
Yeah.
like Ame level 2 ult still. This feels like a late game situation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Insane.
But yeah, it's honestly just, that's the thing about the Radiant strategy is that it doesn't have very much margin for error. And they got caught off a couple of times and all of the steam just went out of it.
Right.
They had to get those Ancients fast and get a farmed bristle so they could fight immediately, because as soon as the Silver Edge comes out and this late game timing is there, or it's not even late game, it's like later portion of mid game, it's hopeless here.
Yeah.
I believe this is a 100% win. Let's check.
That's no way.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Gabe Newell.
Home! What?
Gabe Newell has called it.
So the game yesterday that had literally ended had a better chance for the other team
Yes.
than this one. Wow. Impressive. Is it because Wraith King has
Arrow.
2 Ooh. All right, Arrow.
They have to disrupt him here, maybe. Maybe not.
Oh,
Okay,
AA
Ice
Blast coming in, though. Boom.
Now they still don't have to disrupt him.
No, he's fine.
They're going to do it, though.
All right, Hoof Stomp. Nothing to Say. Has taken almost no damage here. Gets purged off, though.
Tower is being subjected to extreme violence.
So 2 sets of racks for PSG.LGD. Roshan is available. We're not giving this to Wraith King. Come on now. Ember Spirit, probably. His shard's pretty fun. And if you really want to meme it up, give it to Jin Q, honestly. So yeah, Nothing to Say takes the shard. And Aegis still on Ame.
Yep.
He's the building hitter after all.
Let's play a game, Shannon.
Been cause for celebration?
Please tell me he gets to attack with this double damage. I was going to say, do you think he can literally one-shot Bristle?
No.
He could have 2-shot him, I think.
Maybe
I actually think 2 hits. Maybe that's a stretch. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 hits.
Okay, great. Man, you're changing the odds everything. This casino really sucks, by the way. Epicenter, Faith
Just play
Beyond.
better, Shannon.
Burrow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is the beginning of, it's the end of the end, really, for being honest.
Yeah.
AA Blast comes in, and SG just got spanked by PSG.LGD. GGs are finally called, so a 2-0 for LGD, and they are looking, no surprise, of course, as possibly the best team here. Very tough matchup for literally every team.
Have to say, though, SG with a great game 1. This game, they just completely got trashed. Like, there was just... I feel like, honestly, this game felt almost hopeless for me at minute 10. And it's because their lineup has to get that triangle under control, and they have to get that farm and play from ahead. And they fell behind. They lost the lanes. And then this just doesn't function. It just doesn't. And LGD just don't give you that space to come back. So
that's right.
Masterclass with the Dire lineup, though. LGD played super well. I still think Nothing to Say was my standout player for that game. Super cool how he managed to find all that, or create all that space for 5 minutes. coming out of a lane against Bat. It's class.
Wow, I was just seeing when you're going to stop talking because there's not much to analyze in this game. If we're being perfectly honest, that was a mega stop. Game 1, SG put up a really good fight, and then I was expecting something similar, but LGD just putting the pedal to the metal as we put it.
LGD want to get dinner, so
that's possibly
true. It is 6:30, so going into this game it was about 6. Nothing to say. It was like I'm hungry, and then they picked this and finished it.
It's not that far fetched, so why not? But with that said, we have another series coming up, Cinder, and it's going to be Thunder Predator versus... I actually don't know the answer to this. I was hoping that, we have such good synergy.
How did I forget that? I looked at it like an hour ago.
All right, we're not going to break until he remembers who we're playing because this was his one job to remember this.
I forgot.
Thunder Predator versus... All right, we just got bailed out by the producer, Team Aster.
We talked about this earlier. It's Aster.
We did.
We did. How did we both forget that it's Aster? We know it's an important game they have left today.
No, the reason I forgot is because we're both idiots. Okay, so let's go to a break, and we'll be back with that amazing series soon.
You're an idiot, not me.
Subscribe.